Thank you for having me. First of all, like I said before, I'm truly shocked that you guys accepted this presentation. Can you guys still see my slideshow? I think you can.
Yes. The first slide still so far.
Okay, great. So yeah, I'm not watching the chat because I know you guys are gonna like throw a bunch of things at me. I'll watch the chat at the end, and then we can talk. You know, after everything is said and done, we can go to Twitter and take things to Twitter. But this presentation is called "Your Database Sucks, and it's not too late, and it's too late to fix it." I actually cheated here, so this is not really about your database. This is, I mean, I'm sure your database is absolutely perfect, right? There's nothing wrong with it. Your SQL Server instances are running just fine, right? Whether on-prem or in the cloud, they're doing just great, and you feel like super proud that everything is fine. I'm not here to criticize your work. I'm here to really pass along the experience that I have gained over the years, and this is really what it is about, right? I have screwed up a heck of a lot. So if you're a former boss or a former manager of mine, you're sitting on the line today, you know that I may or may not have done some of these things. And you also know that you may or may not have done some of these things too, right? So this is really what this presentation is about. I don't really want to kind of preconditioned you guys for the kind of presentation that this is. So how about we talk about this, what this presentation is and what it isn't. Okay, the first thing is that this is by no way a comprehensive list of mistakes that I have made over my career, because I'm really old and I only have 10 minutes, so I couldn't possibly fit everything in a single deck, let alone in one that I have to deliver in 10 minutes. It's definitely not meant to say guide for you to bring down production. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to get ideas like, did I do that? Did I not do that? Wait, what's the right way? Is it you do it or you don't do it? So please be careful. It's definitely and most definitely not meant for you to bring up every time you decide to argue with me on Twitter. And a lot of you guys love to argue with me on Twitter. That's totally fine. I mean, I love a good argument on Twitter. But you know what? This presentation is not for that. You're not supposed to use the content in this presentation to take advantage of me on Twitter, okay? You're not supposed to do that. And this presentation is most definitely not safe for work, but it is okay to watch at work, if you know what I mean, right? And you know what this means, right? Be careful. Be careful with this stuff, for real. If you don't feel like watching the rest of this, you want to drop off, you know what? Totally fine. The TLDR of the presentation is you have a brain, and it would be a great thing if you used it. Okay, I may or may not have been, guilty of not using my brain at given times during my career, and so we're here to discuss that. This is most definitely not an admission of guilt. I do not want to admit that I may or may not have done any of these things in the past, or that you, my former manager, or my former boss, or you, my current or previous customer, may have done this yourselves. So not a admission of guilt by anyone, okay? And Microsoft, please do not take away my MVP award after watching this, okay? I beg of you. So here we go. What could possibly go wrong? We're gonna go over a series of scenarios, okay? And you guys are I'm gonna let you digest what's on the screen, and then you guys are gonna think about, what's happening here. So, series of scenarios. Scenario number one is, well, this is the recommended setting on the power plan. Microsoft tells you that the balanced power plan is the recommended setting on your Windows servers. Have you guys even thought about this? A lot of you guys don't even think about this. That's the recommended setting. I should run all my SQL servers in the balanced power plan, right? It automatically balances balances performance with energy consumption on capable hardware. So that's like a no-brainer. I should absolutely be doing that. No, just don't. Okay. By the way, this is from my PC. That's why you see the AMD Ryzen and stuff. You should be using the high performance plan. Okay. A lot of you guys are wasting literally thousands of dollars in SQL Server licensing because you're running on the balanced power plan. and you're running on top of hypervisors that have the balanced power plant setting underneath it too, VMware and blah, blah, blah. So you guys, please look into that. Hey, this fancy new hardware setup should handle the workload just fine. It's overpowered after all. Yeah. No regrets, right? No regrets, I'm sure. Here's another one. We're running out of space in the share. Let me run a script to delete the oldest files in it. I mean, no one is accessing them, so quick fix, right? Hold my beer. I got this. You know, I am the scripter. I am the PowerSheller. I can just do it myself. So let me just write the script and, you know, delete the oldest files, right? It's easy. What could possibly go wrong, right? Anyway. Why does this index have allow page locks equals off? That's kind of dumb. I want to let the engine decide when to lock an entire page, right? Like, let's change it. If I just want to reorganize an index, I should be able to just lock the page, right? That's what reorganize does. So why don't I just enable that in that index? Yep. That this may or may not have hurt a lot. Next, I mean, we should be able to reindex this table. It's only 5 billion rows. You guys wanna? This is a picture of how things look like after the reindex started. Yep, true story. I'm sorry, maybe this happened, maybe it didn't. Right. Yeah, so I hope you guys are, you know, sensing a theme here. Oh, it'll be fine. You know, the vendor says we can do this in the middle of the day without any impact. We don't need to test it. I mean, we believe the vendor, right? Let's just save time and effort, right? Don't test it. Why bother? It's just a nuisance. We shouldn't test it. Yep. I inverted the image there so as to keep the presentation safe for work, you guys. So you're welcome. And so the next one is this one hurts. All right, this one hurts. This operation never fails. There's no point in introducing error checking logic for it in the script. Like, why would we check for that operation ever failing? It never fails. And so, can you imagine how the troubleshooting for that one was like? I mean, that wasn't supposed to happen, right? We weren't supposed to have the evergreen container ship, you know, go sideways in the Zeus channel, right? That wasn't supposed to happen. So, you know, that scenario would, you know, never thought about. So, yep. So how about this one? Oh, it's just a backup target service account. You know, it's a service account that we use to dump the backups into that target device. So, you know, we don't need to rotate the password. Then we have to change all the scripts and all this stuff and across all the SQL servers. I mean, you know, let's not worry about that. This is the next thing that happened. Yep. Bitcoin, huh? Yeah. So this is the next one. Oh, this TSQL script from Stack Overflow. That's exactly what I need. Let me just run it. Yep. That may or may not have been me right after. So how about this one? We use no lock in every query here. No exceptions. Your code review won't pass unless you use it. Well, this was more of a this one's more like a reaction kind of thing. So that was me. Yep. Fun times, man. And this one really hurts. And I'm not going to delete this test ADV core managed instance in Azure. I'm going to work on it soon. So, you know, why am I going to delete it? Just keep it running. And then 1 month later, yeah, that's what it was like. I'm an MCM. Don't argue with me. I'm right. You're wrong. Yep. Especially, you know, I wish you guys saw some of the emails that fly on the MCM list, and you'll be like, what? Yeah. Oh, I read this on Brent Tozar's blog. He's awesome. Let's just try it in production. I'll tell you, you guys, you do some things. Yeah. Anyway, we're about to finish here, so I'm just gonna go to happy hour before I make these changes tonight. You know, I'll only have one beer. Yep. This one beer thing. Oh, you want to virtualize the SQL Server? It's fine. Just match your memory with the core count on the VM, and that's it. You know, you don't really have to do anything, right? If you have 64 gigs on the bare metal box, put 64 gigs on the VM, and then eight processors on the SQL Server and bare metal, 8 cores on the VM. That's all you need, right? Yeah. No. Oh, look, it's been 3 months since our last outage. 3 months since your last outage. Yeah, let me grab my popcorn. We don't have budget, and we need space. Let's just build a RAID 5 with SSDs from Best Buy. It'll be fine. Yep, the ticking time bomb right there. And finally, I love this one. I should build my own cloud. And so remember, folks, this is called a brain. Please use it. Don't bother leaving nasty notes on the eval form because I really don't care what you think. But if you want to follow me at dbargenis on Twitter or leave me an email at argenis@puresearch.com, I'll be happy to, or delighted to argue with you, because that seems like what a lot of you good guys like to do. So anyway, thanks for having me, guys. That was it.